Good morning, YouTubers. Shalom, it's Sister Kate here, getting my collar straightened, as you can tell. Something occurred to me this morning as I was getting ready to do what I'm doing today. The Revolting Man made a really revealing video about his corn. He said that they had over 200 pounds of corn and it all went bad. They didn't store it correctly, or they didn't dry it correctly, or something. And then he admitted, which I thought was really quite humble of him, that he would have starved to death over this winter, and his family would have starved to death too. That's a very sobering thought. How many of us think we're good on our food? How many of us think we're self-sufficient? How many of us are trying and are still in the process, who are learning those lessons every year as we do these things? Pastor Joe always has food stored, so there's no way we would have starved to death. But if we had depended just on this garden and what was on our land this year, it would have been pretty dicey, because the late frost killed all the fruit and the acorns. Normally we have acorns, and that's, part of our long-term, or whatever you end of the world kind of food planning. There are edible weeds that I've planted all over the place, so we're good there, and we could have dried them. And we had enough protein with the goats that we bought and the chickens that we have, so we would have been good there, especially with eggs. But I think it's a good thought to look at what you've got and consider, would I have starved to death this winter, or would we have made it? And would we have made it easily, or we would have squeaked by? And one of the things I highly suggest you get, it doesn't have to look like that one, but it needs to be something like it, is a solar dehydrator. They are amazing. And it really would help to be able to dry all the food you need and then store it in jars, because then you don't need to worry about what happens outside. The dried food's going to be good for a long time. All right, I hope this spurs some thought, and you might have loved to hear what you have to say about it. Bless you. Shalom.